Heya, I'm Valen from Mischief of Mice. Welcome to another Bit by Bit on Witchery, a Minecraft mod by Emoniph. As usual, I'll post some helpful links in the description, so let's begin. Today, we've got a helper. His name's Hedwig. He's going to be showing off some of what we're going to be covering. And what is that? Well, today, we're starting in circle magic. We're also going to be going over how to make an owl, the uses of them and how to breed them, and Waystones, how to make some of those. Now we're not going to cover everything in depth because there's a lot in circle magic and there's some advanced uses for owls and Waystones, but we're at least going to be touching on those. So to start off with circle magic. Now this can be a bit overwhelming with the amount that you can actually do with it, but to start off with, it will need to be within range of an altar, and you will need some basic materials like ritual chalk. Now this is made from wood ash, gypsum, tear of the goddess, and you get 2 pieces. Also, you'll need some golden chalk. That is mandrake root, a gold nugget, and one of the 2 ritual chalks you just made. And these are basically used for, well, the gold chalk is used for making the heart glyph in the center here, like so, and it will actually use up a little bit of the chalk. Right now I'm in creative, so it's not doing that. And then you'll need the ritual chalk to make the ritual glyphs around the outside edge. Now, if you're not sure how big to make these or what is required for each one, because sometimes it'll just need 1 circle, sometimes it'll need 2, sometimes it might even need a 3rd circle, there is the Witchcraft Circle Magic book, and it's extremely helpful. Now, go down to page 1 here. So draw circles using colored chalk with a heart glyph at the center, and it says, of course, altars needed. Drop the foci items into the circle. Now, that's true, but there's also another way of doing that. And then activate the heart glyph. That means right-click that yellow glyph in the center. Now, there are, as you saw here, other types of chalk as well. The ritual chalk, otherwhere chalk, infernal chalk. We're not going to be using any of them except for the ritual and the gold chalk today. So, let's see here. Put this back down. Actually, we're going to want to pick these up. Today, we're going to be making an attuned stone, a charged attuned stone, which I'm sure many of you have been waiting for at this point because it's been mentioned in many different uses. So how to do that? First, make yourself a regular attuned stone. Get some glowstone dust, redstone powder, or excuse me, redstone, wood ash, and it says gypsum? Quicklime, excuse me. And you take all these, you can just drop them in the center here, but I tend to accidentally pick it up every time I try and activate a ritual, so that's what I use the graspers for. And that is a really good use for them, because it's designed to work with this as well. Plus, if you forget one of the ingredients, you can just leave them all here, go get your ingredients, come back, and you're all set. Now, let's see, all I need to do here is just right click, and you'll see there we go, 1 charged attuned stone. And it's close enough to the altar that it can use that. Right now though, we don't actually need that, so we're going to get rid of it. But what do you want to do with that? Well, that's one of the ingredients for making an owl. So, I've already got this set up. I've got the charged attuned stone in the corner here. But you're going to want to make some of those critter snares I showed you in the last episode, plus graspers in the corners, all around a pool of water with a spider web on top. Now in the critter snares is going to be at 2 to 4 bats. You don't have to have 4 because that can be a bit tough. If you get 2, then that'll just be a good minimum. And this is how we're going to make owls. Now the owls will actually, they are breedable, so we'll get into that after we make them. Now you will also need one more ingredient, a wolf. You can probably just befriend one and then have him come to you. Probably the easiest way to do it. And you take a mutating sprig and right click. Poof. Wolf goes away and you get as many owls as you had bats around the outside. Now if you're not in an enclosed room, like I am right now, I'm in this glass room, they may just fly away from you, especially if you move. So if you don't move, you can sneak up on owls if they have escaped you. Well, I guess you could sneak. so therefore you are moving, but at a slower rate. And you have to have either raw beef or raw pork chops, and that will make them your friends. See, he's already starting to fly away. If I give him some, they get these black particles until, boom, they get the little hearts, and then they're pretty darn happy, and you've befriended them, just like you have a wolf or a cat, you know, when you're taming those. Now, you can actually set them to sit. If you notice the feet on this guy, his feet are apart. If I click like that, his feet are together, which means he will now fly together with you wherever you go. So, with his feet apart, he will stay there. He's essentially sitting. Same as this guy. Now, if I make it so these guys can fly around, and I give them some pork chop or raw beef, they will breed and make a baby owl. Incredibly cute, in my opinion. And I absolutely love these guys. This is one of the things that really sold me on this pod, is the fact that they've just got owls. So, you know, see, these guys aren't doing anything because they're still in sitting mode. So, there we go. And another owl. So, like I said, you only need 2 owls minimum, and then you can start breeding them and make as many as you like. Now, what good are owls? Well, they have lots of uses, really. But let's see. They will drop, if they die, an owlet's wing, which is kind of sad. Right there. But luckily I'm in creative and I don't have to see that. Or feathers. Now, you can use an Arthana to try and get the owlet's wing for different ingredients in the future, if you like. On top of that, they may just drop it as a random chance, but I recommend the Arthana because I hate killing the guys. They actually make loud screaming noises. But, moving along, they actually can come in random colors when you make them, and you can color them yourself. Now, they only use regular standard vanilla Minecraft colors, like this guy here has black ink, is orange, light blue, lapis. The bone meal is a really bright white snowy owl, and so on. You see that they've got plenty of different colors. So you can customize them to the color you want them to be, more or less. Now, they will also be handy in holding stuff, as you can see here. I just gave him a book. Now, if you try and give him a pork chop, he's just going to be happy. If they're injured, you can feed them, and it will actually repair their health. Plus, you can use them in many other options. To start off with, I forgot these guys are my friends, and I forgot to make them sit. They actually will teleport if you get too far away. Hold still. Okay, there we go. And you're gonna just kill me here. Alright, there we go. And you too. Stay. Alright, what else can they do? We're going to demonstrate with Hedwig here how to be a delivery owl. Now, you can use this on players or places. I only have myself in this world right now, so I'm just going to go with a place. Essentially, if you have a ritual going already, I'm going to pick these up, put these back in my inventory elsewhere. You can make what's called a bound waystone. And to do so, you will need a waystone, which is, simply not that. It is simply a piece of flint and a bone needle. Therefore, it inscribes on the outside of it. And some enderdew and some glowstone dust. Now, like I said before, you can actually just toss these in here like this, and then right-click the center, and that'll work too. And there you go. Now, what the bound waystone does is it essentially is associated with this spot in the overworld. If you look here, it says overworld 365, 64, minus 158. So that tells you that this is where something is going to be teleported or transported to. Now, in this case, we're going to have Hedwig here do that for us. Now, you saw that. I right-clicked with this, and I just told him the item he has that I gave him earlier needs to be delivered to that spot. But he's sitting, so he's not going to go anywhere. Once I release him, off he goes. And he will just drop it right there and fly back. Now, he's not going to perfectly fly back, because I've actually got a roof over there, so he's going to hover around for a bit. But I did release him, so he may end up coming back to visit me shortly. Now, on top of that, they can actually deliver potions, other effects like that. Where is he going? Grab this lasso. Sometimes they're a little bit buggy after they've delivered something. I recommend an open area so that... Oh, sorry. Come back. This is why I prefer Peaky. He doesn't give me such problems. Okay. So, you can actually have them deliver potions as well. Now, what I mean by that is like a splash potion, for instance. They will actually drop it on the location or player. Now, if you're to have it bound to a player, you'd need a blooded Waystone. We're not going to get into that today. We're just going to cover that that little bit there. So we've gone over how to make a circle in Circle Magic, how to make yourself some owls, that you can breed them, color them, and they can also be very reliable like a wolf, for instance. I'm going to take this spawn spider, and we are going to set all these guys free, and I'm going to be ridiculously harassed by a lot of owls. Now, if they get too far from you, they will actually teleport to your location. And we're going to spawn a couple spiders, and then we're going to see a Parliament of Owls in action. Now, they will take a little damage. You can actually make them a bit sturdier by turning them into your own familiar, but we'll do that on another bit by bit. That about covers everything for today's episode. I hope you found this helpful. Feel free to like, comment, or subscribe, and until next time, see ya.